Removing noise is a very crucial part in music mixing, and there are multiple plugins that can deal with noise, like for example de-esser. But there is also another very important plugin called as noise gate. If you haven't known how to use a noise gate, then this video is for you. We're going to learn about what noise gate really does and how to use it on tracks. We're going to see if it really is going to reduce noise. I'm Florina Jain, otherwise known as Flow of Music, and if you like music production related tutorials, then don't forget to subscribe. We're going to use this track as an example. Very interesting track. This is actually the kick in mic. So in a drum kit, you have various equipment to form that whole kit. You have kick, drum, snare, hi-hats, toms, and all those stuff. So for recording that whole drum kit, you will not use just one mic. You'll use multiple mics. So in those different kinds of mics, you have one mic that you put inside the kick so that you get some of those sounds very clear. This is that recording. It's the mic picked up which was kept inside that kick in. Unavoidably, you will be getting all the other sounds that you play, and this song was specifically played when all the other instruments were also simultaneously playing together. So yes, it has captured the kick, but it has also captured all the other sounds that are happening while the kick is not playing in. See, I can hear all the other kits happening. Now we're going to clear these noise up. I want to get only kick out of this track. So let's straight away go and add a noise gate. You will have noise gate inside Dynamics. The last plugin in that category is noise gate. So basically, noise gate is kind of like a compressor, but it doesn't really depend on the dynamics of a track. So if I have a track, these are the signals in the track, okay? And this is the level of noise that's happening in the track. Now I need to set a threshold level for the noise height, okay? So whatever is below that line, those signals are going to completely get reduced. Basically, threshold now is going to act like a way to minimize anything that's below that. So if this is the threshold, I have signal like that. I have signal only till this. All these signals that are below the threshold, it's actually going to get cut. This is the threshold. Now, I can clearly see that these straight lines are nothing but the kick. All those straight lines are kick, but I also see in between they have a lot of noise coming in. So my target right now is to only set the threshold somewhere like that, so that it doesn't lower the kick down, but it lowers the noise down. So that's the reason you have this threshold here. So now watch what happens when I keep reducing this. Now literally nothing is coming through it. Maybe some signal, but these signals, they don't seem to come in. It's probably because my threshold is exactly at the place where the kick is also coming in. So all those stuff are getting reduced. So my job is to let the kick through, but I want to minimize all those noise. So let's keep moving this till we get that result. Now at minus 39 dB threshold, I'm getting all the other stuff as well. Let's keep it like this for now. And reduction is how much you want all those other signals to get reduced. Right now it's at minus 100 dB, so you're not gonna hear anything below that threshold. But if you don't want it to be that harsh, if it doesn't sound really good, you can push this up. And then you have attack, hold, and release. Remember the attack and release we talked about in compressor? So similarly, you have these attack and release buttons. Basically, attack and release tells you how soon you want it to compress, go down in volume, and how soon you want it to stop compressing. Hold is for how long you want to keep compressing it. So we're going to move all these 5 knobs until we get sort of like a clear kick sound. Okay, so this is the closest I could get in order to get a clear kick sound. I've kept the threshold at minus 33. This is the reduction, attack, hold, and release. So this is without the plugin. So my target here was to preserve that kick element clearly, because if I compress the kick as well, it's going to sound weird, right? So I just want to preserve that kick element. This is actually how it be useful. You can't use it on a track where the noise is coming continuously. For example, you recorded guitars and you turned on the AC in your room. So you're hearing this constant sound throughout the places where you're playing guitar. You can't use a noise gate because guitar is going to be played continuously, right? You're not going to stop playing at all, or you're not going to do it like a rhythm where you like play a bar and then you stop and another bar. At least on general terms, that won't happen. So when you play it continuously and you have a noise that's continuously happening, noise gate will not remove that element. You need gaps like this. Now kick comes in, but then in the back there's a noise, and then again kick comes in. So then it's easier to remove it. But on a continuous track with continuous noise, you will not be able to do it. That is the difference on using noise gate in different noise scenarios. If you want to remove noise in a place where you played guitar and there's continuous noise coming in, ideal thing to do is to turn off that appliance and re-record. That's the actual ideal thing, because no matter what you try to do in that track, it is going to break the quality of that track. In this case, inevitably you will be having these things occurring when you actually do a drum recording. So noise gate is one way to clear any of these frequencies, especially the noises that you hear in each mic when you record drums. So if you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Share it with a producer friend so they'll get to know a lot about music production, tutorials on plugins and more. And if you want to learn a systematic way of music production, especially the fundamentals, I have a course with 30% off in the description below. It is a recorded course and the offer stays for a limited period of time. So don't forget to go check it out. It is a complete beginner tutorial for mixing. We'll be dealing with the fundamentals of multiple plugins in a systematic manner. So go check it out, read the description, and you can purchase it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.